The most important part of any reconstruction project is the research. This is a drawing of the original Camaccio bag from the Italian publication Fortuna Maris. I'm using a template that I had previously laid out with a straight edge and dividers and a scratch awl to basically impress the pattern onto the leather. I then cut it out with just a regular old X-Acto knife. It's not fancy, but it gets the job done. After the applique pieces have been dyed, I glue them on with contact cement just to hold them in place while I stitch them, and I use my favorite tool, the dividers, to lay out the stitching lines. At the same time, I need to make sure the binding that will be on the front flap is also glued into place with contact cement, and I'll stitch everything up all at the same time. The sewing itself is pretty self-explanatory, poking holes in leather with an awl, and then I stitch it with linen thread. Once all the stitching's done, I've got the applique pieces, the binding on the flap, and the binding on the top of the bag opening, and it's all ready for final assembly. These are the side pieces of the bag. I'm creasing them to get the fold over at the top of the sides. The leather's wet, which really helps it to hold the crease or whatever shaping or stretching you give it, and I'm going to use a hammer here to help just really set that crease in place. Now we stitch the body of the bag together, using dividers again to lay out the stitching lines and poking holes in the leather with an awl. The little white stuff you see on the awl is wax. It just helps it to pass through the leather more easily. And then the thread is impregnated with shoemaker's wax, which is a mixture of, well, wax and pitch and a couple other things. It just helps it to grab and hold and preserves the linen thread. Now, since we've sewn it inside out, we have to turn it right side out. The bag takes its final shape, and yeah, this is it. I'm super happy with how it turned out. It might be one of the nicer leather things I've ever made, and I use it every day now.